Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week I am doing a full face of makeup not sold at Sephora. I love a spiel. I do have timestamps in this video, so please, if you don't want to hear me talking away, just jump to where I start my makeup. If you are new here, I did a poll asking you guys what you think of Sephora Sale content, and the majority was I don't care / indifferent. And personally, that's also how I feel about the Sephora Sale. It seems to be the majority of the indifferent tab is people in other countries that, exactly like Canada, the Sephora Sale isn't really a sale in the slightest. So you don't even bother looking at Sephora Sale videos. I use the Sephora Sale for the Sephora collection, and that's how I've been shopping the sale for the past couple years. Maybe I get my face creams if I really want them again, but this year I really don't see myself buying anything from the sale. So I'm just gonna wave at it as it goes by. I have wanted to do this type of video for the past couple years. I can finally do it just by like the skin of my teeth because my mascara is coming to the end of its life. There are some MAC products in this video. MAC is sold in store, however, not everything. So I do have some MAC items that I double checked. Sephora Canada also. The MAC products I have in front of me, I did not see in Sephora Canada. I do also want to say, after my Leaked Labs opinion video, that video got me into the YouTube Partner Program. I am beyond thankful for you guys for getting me here. It was really amazing. It happened last week and it came at a very pinnacle time in my external career, external life, and I'm quite thankful that you guys liked that video so much to even get me here in this position. And I hope you continue to like what I do here besides the opinion videos, and I'm very thankful. Stop all that nonsense. It's fine, I got my contacts re-moistened, so they're no longer dry. I am going to just do a little thin layer of the Embryolisse cream because for some reason, all of my non-Sephora collection stuff is like matte. Oh, I had this conversation with someone, I don't actually know, I'm not gonna say your name, but I was talking to a follower and I mentioned that I'm touch sensitive. This is what I mean when I say touch sensitive. Like, I turn red, I'm not having a reaction to the product. I'm literally I just turn red if I get touched. But this is a good visual for you. I don't know if you watch my YouTube content, but there you go, touch sensitive. I'm also going to do some of the NYX face glue. Goodness me. And I've been seeing online a lot of people don't really like this. I have never tried the original Milk Makeup sticky, whatever it's called. I don't really like Milk Makeup. And I've never tried the e.l.f. one either. And a lot of people don't like this NYX one. It's because this is basically glorified Fix Plus in a bottle. The main ingredient in this is glycerin, and glycerin is what gives tack. So you can get a sticky base primer just by using Fix Plus. All you have to do is spray the Fix Plus on your skin, and then you activate it by tapping, and you'll get the same like sticky texture. But that's basically all this is. It's more of like a hydrating base than a long-lasting sticky base that I assume the Milk Makeup and the e.l.f. are, which is why I think a lot of people don't like that product. It's a little bit misleading. I have my paper towel and my palette, and I'm ready to go. I think I'm going to take the About Face foundation in F1 Warm and the Kylie foundation in 1N, and I'm gonna just make a little cocktail. If you are new here, I am never a match out of a bottle, so I'm always concocting some type of combo for my skin. Unfortunately, today, I cannot use my Makeup Forever Redness Corrector because that is sold at Sephora. So I'm just going to, I have about equal parts F1 Warm and 1N, and I added just a dot of MAC Face and Body. MAC Face and Body White, being our first MAC product that I could not find on Sephora Canada. Give it a mix and let's see what the match is. It's pretty good. If you see little blue fuzzies all over me also, just ignore that, please. We got new towels and they just keep shedding and I don't know how to get them to stop shedding. And obviously they're blue towels and I don't know, I can't get them to stop shedding. I think I've washed them like 8 or 9 times now. I'm like so close to just throwing in a bunch of rocks. Not actually, but I feel like I should just throw a bunch of rocks into the washer to try to beat this cotton pulp out of these stupid towels because I'm just so blue. When we first got them and washed them once, we had a blue tinge to our skin. These towels shed so much. If you see any blue fuzzies like here, ignore it. Pretend you don't see it. This year is also the first year in a long time that I am not VIB Rouge for the Sephora sale. And it has taken a lot of work for me to do that and like a lot of, not disassociating, that's the wrong word, looking beyond Sephora for makeup products. I had a huge cbeauty order last year, and if that order was put towards Sephora, I would have been VIB Rouge for this sale, but it's just to go outside of, I mean, for that order specifically, I went outside of Western makeup norms, but to just look beyond Sephora, because Sephora is not the end all be all for beauty products like they seem to be, especially in Canada, where Canada does not have nearly the amount of brands and products that the American Sephora does. And I am sure all of my lovely international subscriber base here, we can all hum that tune. It's really only American Sephora that has like a good Sephora selection. So I was very proud of myself when I got bumped down to just a plain VIB. I have no drugstore concealer. I mean, not even drugstore. It doesn't have to be. This isn't a drugstore video, obviously, because I've already used MAC. I have no concealer, so I'm just taking like a sturdier bristled brush and just trying to really pinpoint this foundation where I need it. So it's a little thicker. And hopefully that will be good enough for our concealer today. I don't always use concealer. Oh yeah, and I like cut my chin over the weekend. I move my arms a lot when I'm sleeping, and sometimes I'll wake up with like gashes on my skin. And I always make the joke that I need like cotton gloves to sleep in or something. But yeah, I have like a, I don't even know what, by my chicken pox scar down there. I have my powder from a brand that shall not be named. I don't like them anymore. And this powder sucks, but I bought it and I have to use it. I'm just gonna tap it out, and I will probably have to powder again later in this video. That is a base of makeup. I only have one option for contour bronzer. This is the Kaleidos palette. This is the S00 Fair. A lot of people don't know that they have this option. There is a paler version than the S01 Light. You just have to get it from any Chinese beauty retailer and they should have it in stock. I got mine from Look Healthy store, and I'm just going to contour. I'm mixing both colors to get, I feel like we're going for drama. I haven't gotten my bob done in a while. I don't know if I want it to be rebobbed or if I want to grow my hair out longer. I haven't decided. I haven't seen myself with long hair ever. Not since I was a kid. I'm not counting wigs. I've seen myself in a wig, but like my own hair from my own head, I have not seen. So I'm a little curious, but I also don't know if it would drive me crazy having long hair. I don't know. I'm at a crossroad with my hair. And I also have wavy hair. I don't know how much more rotation my hair will get if it gets longer, like past my shoulders. Don't know, it's a mystery. There is a highlight shade in this. It doesn't show up on camera, it just shows up as white, but it is more of a pinky skin tone. So if you are warm, it probably won't work for you. Like if you have a very yellow base to your skin, the pink might look a bit crazy. I wish they sold this with like refillable pans, because maybe the highlight shade in the light would be better for you, but the contour shades in the fair would be better for you. And it would still work because they're all this shape in the palette. Kaleidos, you can take that information and you can run with it. Turn these into refillable pans and people can customize their contour and highlight shades. Be really good, just saying. Okay, now that I am softly contoured slash bronzed a bit on the forehead, for blush, I only have 3 options. I have, again, Kaleidos Pale Rose, and I have NYX Buttermelt. And I don't know which one I want to use. Maybe I'll do this. What is this one? Butter with Thyme, and then maybe blend it out with Kaleidos. These are very pigmented blushes. They're not my favorite because they are too pigmented, so just be very careful with them. This was PR after my little call out video though. I don't know if I'm gonna get PR again from NYX. That's over on my shorts. I went very heavy on this side. Oh my God, that looks crazy. Key when you mess up is to not panic. Never panic. Pale Rose. Just go over it. Just pretend like I meant to do this the whole time. This is exactly what I had in mind. This needs to be brighter. If you are doing your blush and you're using a very bright shade like this, it's actually better to look anywhere in the middle of your face, and then in the peripheral of your eye, you'll be able to see gaps. It looks so patchy on camera, but it is not that patchy in real life. I don't know what it is about this formula that it is like not showing up right. Some of this mineralized from MAC. Another product that doesn't seem to be on Sephora Canada, and I'm doing dry technique. You know what, let's add some here. Okay, I am going to fast forward through eyebrows, but I'm going to be using Maybelline Super Fluff and the regular NYX glue, medium brown. I find that this Maybelline product works better on a brush like this. Using it directly in your eyebrows, it gives way too much product and you don't really have good control, and it gets flaky even though in the advertising it says it's a flake-free formula. I don't find that that's true, and I think it's because of the applicator. I never have problems when I apply the product this way. I think the applicator just puts down way too much product. If there's too much product, no matter what, you're gonna get that flaking. So I think it's just a problem with the spoolie they decided to use. Those are some eyebrows. So if you have this and you hate it, try using it with a brush. I've been regrowing my eyebrows. They used to be really, really thin. And because I shaved them, I noticed some like over shaving. So now I'm just like regrowing them to try to get my bald patches fixed. So there's some intense brows. I haven't worn my brows this dark in a very long time. I'm gonna throw on this Milani eyeshadow primer. I do not like this eye primer, but it's the only one I can use in this video. It like worked for a while and then it just stopped working for me. So we'll see if it works today or not. For eyeshadow today, I have a lot of eyeshadow I could actually use. Apparently most of my eyeshadow is not sold at Sephora. Anyways, single eyeshadows are not sold at Sephora, which surprised me. So this is up for option. The Blend Bunny palette I got recently on option. And then I've also gotten the Noir Corn where's the light? The Noir Corn. Candy Puppet palette, which is a palette in partnership with Freya 86, who is a great inspiration for a lot of fun eyeshadow looks. This is the palette. I did receive the palette for a video on TikTok, so technically it's an ad, but only that one video on TikTok, and it will be TikTok exclusive. But on YouTube, it is not. It's just in my possession now. I don't know, I always find it to be like a gray zone when it's only on one platform. It was for an ad, but it wasn't really an ad because they're not paying me money for the views, but it's just to receive the product, which I never ever accept. I usually never accept those types of outreaches, but I really wanted to try this because I have the Cheer Yep Freya 86 palette. I wanted another Freya 86 palette, so I'm going to go in with MAC Cozy Gray. I'm going to take it all over this eye area, kind of avoiding the eyelid and just going up and over it. And this shade blends right into my skin, so I don't really have to be too technical with the placement. And then I'm going to take Coquette and place it here. In the Blend Bunny palette, I'm going to take this one, Histo, on the top of the crease. Ooh, it's pretty. Okay, I don't know how to say this. Acrimonium? Acrimonium? This pinky bubblegummy shade. I'm gonna pick that one up. Fill in the blank here. Whatever you do to one side, you always do to the other, even if you don't like the look. Okay, I'm actually going to take Damp because apparently that pink did not show up on my eye. So I'm taking Damp, get a little blue going. Just gonna go in again with that Histo. Blend that edge of Damp. Yes. Okay, this is Canmake. This is technically a highlighter. I use it as eyeshadow. And this is going to go in there. This is a Japanese brand and very affordable. I don't know about anything else, but the little highlighters are basically giant eyeshadows. Get some blue sparkles going. And now I'm going to pick up Mildew on the same brush that I picked up Histo with, and that is going to go underneath the eye. And then, you know what really surprised me when I was looking around? None of the MAC eyeliners are on Sephora Canada, so I'm going to take Black. This is the chromographic line. Taking it to the inner V and outer V and waterline. And then with a brush that I can smudge with, we smudge it out. You want to stick to as close to the lash line as possible, but if you really want to get that like grungy vibe that I have, or maybe some of your other favorite creators have, you really just let the liner do what it wants. I always like leaving this part a little bit less smudged, and then we do the other eye. This is the brush we used the Canmake with, and I'm just gonna go over where I maybe got a little bit too far over on my eye, and it kind of just lightly erases what we just did. And now it's time for mascara. This is the L'Oreal Panorama Voluminous Mascara. When I first tried it, I really liked it. Now that I've been using it throughout its little mascara life, I don't like it as much as my Lancome mascaras. I find that it flakes as it starts to dry out in the tube, which I don't love, obviously. None of us love that look, but this is the only non-Sephora mascara that I have. And if you watch me for a while, you know I always do bottom lashes. Oops. Well, I was doing a good job until that happened. Moving on to lips. I feel like I did a makeup look that looked like this very recently, and I don't know if that was just on short form or long form, but this looks very familiar. Only very recently have I been able to make this video because I did get 2 of the neutral Blend Bunny liners. I have Faded and 917. Both of my short forms should be up for these by now. I'm going to go in with 917, which is very close to MAC Stone. It's a very pretty color, and I am going to use it with Revlon 103 Caramel Glacé, which is part of the Pearl collection, Frost lipstick. So when I got the email in my inbox to try the Candy Puppet eyeshadow palette, I negotiated my way to get a few more makeup products. So I also got the Hintour Gloss in 094. Can we see this? 094. At some point I should have just the Hintour Gloss shorts up on my page. It has that fruity florally smell that a lot of the cbeauty stuff has. If you have the Girl Cult and this is like very lychee and very scented, the Hintour is more like chemically rose scent, but just like a touch. Like you cannot smell it when you apply it to your lips. Unlike Girl Cult, Unlike Girl Cult, where I find that when I apply it, I can smell it. It doesn't bother me. I like the lychee smell, but just for the sensitive smellers. And I also find that whatever the Hintour composition is for its ingredients, I find it also doesn't settle into my lines as much as the Girl Cults do, because I don't have any filler in my lips, so all of my natural lip lines are there. And that's always a problem with glosses, is sinking into the lip lines. I'm going to give myself a spray and really shake this up. You guys are covered. Clean off the nozzle. Attempt number 2. There we go. Whew, goodness. That was exciting. This was the Maybelline Lasting Fix. I think if you're used to buying drugstore, you would have this. And here's the final look. Should I do a crystal? I'm gonna do a crystal. I'm going to take the Clear Duo Lash Glue. If you find that your lash glue has separated and you get that like yellowy liquid, give it a good shake to just remix your latex together. I'm gonna do one of these like very pretty light pink ones. So if you watched my short about how I do the crystal beauty marks, you would know that for the lighter crystals, I don't like using a like base black dot or the black latex. For lighter crystals, I like going in with clear lash glue. Easy peasy. That's gonna be pretty. Okay, I'm going to take these really dark gray ones and put it right at the tear duct. You don't want to cover your tear duct, you just want it to be to the side. I may have just messed up. Hold on. I did not mess up. Sephora Canada only sells the latex-free Duo lash glue, and I use the latex lash glue. It just holds better. And it's easier to take off. That's so pretty. It feels very like pixie vibes. Like I'm a little pixie. Ow. Ouchies. And there we go. What do you guys think if I had long hair? What would that be like? I could do a bun. Like that's cute. I don't know. Thinking about it, just thinking about it. But this is the final look. Everything I used will be in the description box down below, as always. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you liked me, thank you so much. You should consider subscribing so I can pop up in your feed more often. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Both are Claire Cuckoo as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.